Hello everyone, this is Debbie Shergi, the Director of Digital Edge in Vancouver, Washington, and I have made the second of a two-part series, the second video, and this particular video is focused on the bid forms for what I'm calling the add-ons for the basic bundles. In the previous mandatory meeting that took place last week, I did a presentation on how to complete the bid forms during that particular meeting. But the bid forms have changed as a result of some significant changes that we introduced and published in Addenda 2, 3, and 4. So this particular video will cover how to fill out the bid forms for the add-ons as described in Addendum 2, how to submit your bid forms for the add-ons in Addendum 3, and how your bids on the add-ons will be evaluated and awarded as described in Addendum 4. Now you might be wondering what I mean by add-ons. The add-ons are the solutions that we are requesting that really are not a part of the basic bundles. The basic bundles include the wireless devices combined with carts. And in the case of Chromebooks, that combination also includes the operating system licenses. But as you know, we have also requested additional solutions such as deliver-ready services that include asset tagging, laser etching or laser engraving, and auto-enrollment of the Chromebooks. We're also requesting offers on solutions that meet the smarter balanced testing requirements, such as headphones and headphones with mics, and wired and wireless keyboards. Finally, we're also offering the bidders a chance to select some solutions that they think are important to add on to the basic bundles. So the add-ons, to sum it up, are solutions that we're requesting that purchasers can add on to the basic bundles that they purchase as a result of this invitation to bid. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to fill out the bid forms for the add-ons. You'll know how to submit your bid forms for the add-ons, and you know how your bids on the add-ons will be compared, evaluated, and awarded. Now, I just want to remind you that to be awarded a bid for the add-ons, you must be able to supply all of the solutions that we're requesting on the bid forms. And then you must have been awarded at least one basic bundle solution, either on the Chromebooks bundles or on the tablets bundles. And the reason for that is because these add-ons can only be sold in a combination with the basic bundles. So if you're not awarded any basic bundle, you will not be awarded an add-on. Okay. Also, to be eligible for an award, you must have proven that you're a responsive, responsible bidder, and then you must be the lowest bidder on the total collection of solutions offered collectively on all of your bid forms in the add-on file, as identified with the score on Form A, and I'll go over that with you in just a second. Let's look at that bid form. We're going to start by reviewing what I showed you in the video for basic bundle forms. If you remember, this particular video showed a combination of Acer Chromebooks combined with an entry-level Spectrum cart, a mid-level Spectrum cart, and a high-level Spectrum cart. And of course, all of the bids for those solutions and those bundles produced a score at the top of that sheet. And in this case, everything offered on this sheet is considered a bid. All right. Now, before I show you the bid forms on the add-ons, we need to take a look at this bid form. This bid form required you to submit offers on all bay configurations for the carts you were offering. So on this bid form itself, there are bay configurations of 30 bays, 42 bays, 20, here's another 30, here's a 40, I think below there's a 24, yep, there's a 24, there's another 30, here's a 36. So what you need to do is you need to look at all of the bay configurations on all of your bid forms and write them down, because the add-ons must be grouped in quantities that match each and every bay configuration that you're offering in the basic bundles. Because as we ask for delivery-ready services, such as laser etching, asset tagging, and auto-enrollment, we want you to have an offer that matches every quantity of devices that are combined with a cart. So in this case, if I were bidding, I would write down the numbers 20, 24, 30, 36, 40, and 42, because those are all of the bay configurations found on this particular form. But make sure that you look at all of the forms in your basic bundle worksheets in all of your basic bundle files, because there might be kind of a straggler out there. Maybe there's a cart out there with 46 or 48 bays that wasn't on this particular worksheet for this particular Chromebook and cart combinations, but maybe there's a cart out there with 46 bays that you're offering. So you must make sure that you write down and include quantities of the add-ons for each and every bay configuration offered in all of your basic bundles. Okay, I wanted to start there. And now I'm going to the other bid form called add-ons. And you'll know that if you're on the add-ons worksheet, or I'm sorry, on the bid forms for add-ons, because it'll say add-ons right up here in the first row in the black stripe. Like the bid forms on the basic bundles, you'll fill out the top section of Form A. And, excuse me, you will also identify the states in which you are offering to sell these add-ons. They should be the exact same states that you identified on your other bid forms. Because remember, these add-ons can only be sold on the Digital Edge contract in addition to the basic bundles. These add-ons cannot be sold separately from a basic bundle. So if you're offering basic bundles in all 12 states, then those are the same 12 states that you should offer the basic bundles in. I'm sorry, the add-ons in. And again, make sure that you can answer yes in response to all of these questions that assure us that you can meet the requirements of the contract. Now you'll notice that on this add-ons file, that Form A includes a score. So right out of the gate, that should tell you that this entire file, inclusive of all of the forms for your solutions that you're offering, produces a total score on Form A. And that means that all of the solutions in this file will be compared with any other bidder that offers bids on the specifically identical quantities and models of solutions offered by another bidder. And if there are two bids that offer exactly the same solutions by brand, by model, by quantity, if everything is the same about two bids that come in by two competing bidders, then we will choose the bidder that has the lowest score here in this box, if that bidder has provided evidence that they are a responsive, responsible bidder and can meet the requirements of this contract. So, all of these forms in this Microsoft Excel file constitute collectively a single bid. We'll look at the forms in just a second. Now, when you watched the video on the basic bundles, I told you that I moved forms B and C over to this file, or these forms for add-ons. And the reason for that is because forms B, where we collect contact information, and form C, where we collect the names of the sales force that will provide local and personal assistance, those forms are forms that provide us data that we only need to collect once. And so I moved those forms over to this file because you're only going to fill out this entire file one time, and then you're done. Okay? And the reason for that is because all of these delivery-ready services, all of these smarter balanced accessories, and all of your bidder's choice items are all pertinent to any or all of the basic bundles that you're going to be awarded. So I didn't want you to have to fill these forms out each time you filled out a bid on a basic bundle. All right, let's take a look at delivery ready services. Again, you start by putting your name of your company up here, and you'll see right out of the gate that there's a score here, and that's because I have already filled out this bid form on delivery ready services. In row 9, it asks you, will you offer a more competitive contract price for your bundles if more than one service is requested by the purchaser? You can answer yes or no. That's for information only, and it is not part of the score. Okay. Now, coming on down here, a little bit further down the screen, you'll fill out, first of all, the section on auto-enrollment for Chromebooks. Remember, you're only an eligible bidder if you can provide these delivery-ready services that we're requesting on this form. Now earlier, oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Earlier, I told you that you need to go to all of the bids that you're offering on wireless devices, and you need to make a list of all of the bay configurations for all of the carts that you're offering across all of your bids. And so here I had 6 bay configurations that were included in my basic bundles offers. So I need to include auto enrollment for those same bay configurations, so that if somebody wants to buy a bundled cart and Chromebook that I was awarded as a bidder, they can also by the auto enrollment of the same number of Chromebooks or Chrome tablets. And then, of course, put your description in this middle column and offer your bid price over here for that particular number of devices. The same thing holds true down here for asset tagging. Again, these numbers over in column A should be the same numbers that I saw up above for auto enrollment. Put a description, hopefully better than mine, in the middle column and give us your bid prices for the different configurations. Same thing with laser engraving or etching. Again, the numbers should be the same as above in column A. And then give us your description of what you're offering, either laser engraving or laser etching, and give us your bid prices. All these bid prices in column C contribute to the score up here in row 3, column C. Those are delivery ready services. Now we come to the bid form on smarter balanced headphones and headsets. Those are the only two kinds of items on this particular bid form. Again, I've already filled this bid form out, and you can see that it has a score up here based on my bid prices in column C. Read the description of what we're seeking in row 6, and then read the requirements for the headphones and headsets in rows 9 through 11. All right, now I'm going to come down here and I am going to show you that the first section of this form is on USB headphones, because this particular bid, invitation to bid, requires that the bidder must submit a bid on at least one USB headphone model, one 3.5mm headphone model, one USB headset model with a mic, and one 3.5mm headset model with a mic. So there's a section for all 4 of those requirements. Let me show you what I mean. Here's the section for the USB headphones. Make sure you've read the requirements up above in the rows that describe what I'm looking for. And again, here are the bay configurations right here, because we're looking for this quantities of headphones that match the bay configurations and the number of Chromebooks that the purchasers are wanting to buy, so you can bundle them all together. So you should have a quantity for each of the basic bundles that you're offering. Make sure that you note in the description that it's for a quantity of 20. Give us the model number and of course the make, and then give us your bid price over here. You can offer more than one make and model for each of the bay configurations. As you can see, I offered Logitech USB headphones for each of the quantities in this example. Whoops, I'm sorry, I'm not used to this Macintosh mouse. I also offered in this sample Belkin headphones in each of the quantities and Panasonic headphones in each of the quantities. And you'll notice that over here I put $0 for each of those quantities. You have that option if you want to offer them at no cost because the purchasers are buying a large quantity from you. That's fine, not necessary, but of course it makes your bid more competitive. Okay, so coming on down the sheet, the next section is on 3.5 millimeter headphones. And again, the same thing holds true. Make sure you bid in quantities that match all of your bay configurations on the basic bundles. Give us the make and model and the quantities, and give us your bid prices. And again, you can make offers on more than one make and model. Once you offer a make and model, though, you must offer it in all of the quantities that match the bay configurations of your basic bundles. Going on further down, this is a long spreadsheet. Here's the section on USB headsets with mics, because that's required. You do need to make offers on at least one make and model in all of the quantities that match all of your basic bundles that you're offering. And then here is the same type of thing for the 3.5 millimeter headsets with mics. Again, in the same quantities that represent all of the bay configurations in the basic bundles, with good descriptions, make and model and quantity, and then of course your numbers over here. Actually, your bid price is over there. So all of your bid prices on this single sheet, again, add up to contribute to a single score for this worksheet. Then you come over here and you do the same thing in the same way for the wired keyboards and wireless keyboards. And you'll see that I didn't fill this out, but you fill these out in the very same way that you fill out the headphones and headsets. And when you fill that out, as soon as you start offering bid prices in column C, you will see that those prices start contributing to a score right here in column C, row 3. And finally, on the bidder's choice sheet, we're looking for some additional things, but they're not required. And you can read what we're looking for, but you might have some ideas of your own. Whatever you add to this particular form must be an item or a solution that enhances the basic bundles that we're looking for. When you fill out this particular sheet, notice that in row 6 it says that the bid price offered shall be for a single unit price, but may be more competitive when bundled with an awarded basic bundle. Bidder shall not add more rows to this form. So the reason that we're asking for single unit pricing here is because some of the items that you're looking at, such as a wireless access point or a networked printer, you wouldn't want to buy 20 of those simply because there are 20 bays in one of the carts. So we just want single unit pricing for the items that you offer on the bidder's choice worksheet. So I've offered a few things here. An HP wireless printer, a Trip Light surge suppressor with 6 outlets, and a Logitech stylus in a certain model. And I've given the bid prices. And again, like all of the other worksheets in this particular file, they produce a bid score at the top. Now, all of those bid scores on all of the forms contribute, this one too, and the score at the top of the delivery ready services, all of them contribute to the bid score on the front of the worksheet on Form A. So again, when we get your bids on the add-ons, we will look at every single solution you offer. We'll make a list of everything you're offering, makes, models, and quantities. And we will look for another bidder that's offering the exact same thing, makes, models, and quantities. And if there are 2 bids that come in In other words, yes, two bids that come in that are exactly alike. We'll compare them. And again, in this case, a bid is the collection of all of the forms in a single Excel file, okay, that produces a score on Form A. We are not going to be examining and comparing your bids on testing accessories. Because testing accessories, this particular this particular form is part of the entire bid offered, and it's part of the entire score that's produced on Form A. So we hope that's really clear, that everything submitted in this Microsoft Excel file is considered a bid. And we'll either award the entire bid or none of the bid based on based on the fact that we'll award to the lowest bidder of bids that are identical. Okay. So here's how you submit your bids for add-ons. Since you're only going to fill out that add-ons worksheet once, you only have to put it into an envelope once. And you put all of the bid forms from that Excel file into the same envelope. And the instructions are on in the Addendum 3, and they're at the bottom of Section 2. And you're going to look for this section called For the Bidder's Single Bid on Add-ons. This tells you exactly what to put in one and only one envelope. Okay, you're going to put all of the bid forms in that set, and you're going to put all of the product specifications or description sheets for all of the items in that entire set of bid forms. You're going to close up that envelope, seal it, and then you're going to mark the front of the envelope. And the format is add-ons bid by your company name. For example, this envelope would say add-ons bid by North Star Incorporated or bid by the Hansen Company. Okay, that's really easy to understand. And then that particular envelope becomes part of the box that you submit or the package you submit. And there are going to be a lot of other things in that box, but we'll be looking for this envelope called add-ons. Okay, so in this video, I've covered how to fill out the bid forms for add-ons as described in Addendum 2, and I've also described how to submit your bid forms as described in Addendum 3 and the evaluation method that we'll use to compare, evaluate, and award bids on the add-ons in Addendum 4. Remember that in order to be awarded a bid for add-ons, you must be awarded a bid for at least one set of basic bundles from at least one worksheet in the basic bundles forms. All right, you also must be a responsible bidder. You also must be able to supply all of the solutions we're requesting. Okay, I think that's it for now. I hope this has been helpful. We want you to all experience the success of bidding, so we wish you all very good luck, and we'll look forward to getting your bids soon. Thank you.